Hello everybody and welcome to my 10k Q&A special for you special subscribe. I don't know. I'm just on a walk with Atreus, and so you're probably gonna hear him in the background, but I thought I would do something different instead of me just sitting at my desk answering questions for a Q&A. So hopefully there's nobody around so that I can, you know, keep going. So yeah, let's go ahead and answer the first question. So I gathered some, well, questions from Instagram, my members, my patrons. Okay, so the first question is favorite video game right now. Well, I know I've been playing a lot of GTA 4, but honestly, favorite game right now is Elden Ring. I'm at the last boss. I didn't put my hand on it for quite a while, just because I tried to defeat that, what's her name? Marina? I can't remember her name. Anyway, you know, that flower lotus woman. So that's my favorite game right now. Favorite food that you like but most people hate? Oh, that's a good question, actually. I didn't even read them, I just screenshotted them. Favorite foods. I should have thought about this beforehand. I guess I like Marmite. I eat it almost every single day, even like I take a spoon. I mean, not a spoon, but a teaspoon of it, and I just, yeah. And I'm not the only one, my son loves it too, so that's good. And into the next question from the previous one, do you have a son? If you're new here, I don't blame you. You know, I'm not a big channel, but yes, I have a son. He's 3 years old. He's currently with me. So yeah, 3 years and a half, I think. Love watching your gameplay. Or gameplays. What's your favorite game movie? My favorite game of all time, I think. Oh gosh, well, it's definitely Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know why I had to think about that. And favorite movie? Oh, there's a little robin here. Hold on, Atreus. Shh, hold on. Oh, can you guys see it? Favorite movie, it's gotta be How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. I don't know why, I'm always drawn to it. Whenever it's on the telly, I just go ahead and watch it. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure, I guess. Oh, and Juliet asked, what's the cow's name? If you don't know, Juliet has a gaming YouTube channel. She's from Australia. Go and check her out. I'll try and remember to leave her channel down below to be more accessible. It's XJulietX, I think her name. And she says, what's the cow's name? Well, if you don't know, I keep posting pictures of cows on my Instagram, just because I keep looking back, because I'm thinking, oh my god, I don't want people to catch me. Actually, there could be serial killers here, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm always having a wander around for them. But yes, the cows are actually, I don't know their names. Let's call them Moo and Mimi. Okay, so that's boring. Don't step in poo. It's full of dunks here from the cows. It's full of cows here. It's like farmland. It's amazing. What other genres of gaming you like? Well, I quite enjoy story-based games, such as The Last of Us, you know, Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that. GTA, obviously. I was into online gaming for a bit in 2016, even 2017 I want to say, but I guess I grew out of it. I used to play Black Ops, Overwatch, stuff like that. Actually, when I used to stream in 2016, that's all I used to play. Want to start a band? I don't think I'm good enough, but thank you for asking.
Oh, so cute. Cute flower.
The Last of Us 2, I guess you wanted to say, featured 2 male playable characters and did very well. Did you think it's time for GTA to have a main character and storyline that is female? I actually, besides, I guess there are a few good games that have, even The Last of Us 2 I really enjoyed playing, you know, considering how well it did for other people, but I really, besides Tomb Raider, I don't think I can't think of any game that was like, wow, amazing, you know, female lead character and that like stood out. And I guess The Last of Us 2 stood out because of, you know, what the game had in it in terms of like storyline. GTA with a female lead character, maybe. I heard rumors that the next one's gonna have a brother and sister, so it's kind of like Assassin's Creed Syndicate, I guess. But I don't know. I'll play it. And you know, you can't judge a book just by the protagonist, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I've always wanted to ask this, haha. Did you call your son Atreus because of the game, or is it a popular name where you are from? P.S. I love your videos. Thank you for loving them. I chose the name Atreus. It's not popular at all wherever I'm from, either England or Romania. It's a Greek name, obviously from God of War. Obviously it originated with the conquerors of Troy, Agamemnon and Menelaus. Their father was called Atreus. So my partner likes to tell that story, that's why we named Atreus Atreus. But deep down it's because I was pregnant and I was playing God of War. So I liked the name. I was looking for something starting with A. And yeah, I came across Atreus. Sure, I would like to see more Elden Ring videos from you after you finish GTA 4. Unfortunately, Elden Ring is not doing well on my channel. I would love for Elden Ring to, or any Souls games to do well on my channel, but unfortunately they don't. So I'm trying to grow my channel now. And when I'm at the point where I think, okay, fine, people will gonna watch or are gonna watch whatever I put out, then I'll try and diversify. But for now, I'm just sticking with what works with my channel and my audience and my algorithm. What's your opinion on the current status of US politics? Atreus just fell down, by the way, so if you hear him being grumpy, I don't have an opinion. I am literally, I think since I was 25, I started getting into politics. Or not getting into, but understanding politics in the UK. I don't, because every country is so different in terms of how they elect, you know, and all of that. So I don't have an opinion. I just, from the outside of what I can see, is just that Biden's not doing a great deal, is he? And obviously you just need fresher faces and younger faces, like everybody else is saying. So yes, I agree with that. My question would be about English. How, when, and where did you learn English? Well, let me answer that first. I learned English by myself, obviously by watching Cartoon Network in Romania. We didn't have it dubbed at the time. Dubbed or subbed? Dubbed. So I just learned it by watching, I guess. And you know, I was asking my parents, what does that word mean and what does this word mean and how much time did it take? Honestly, since I was born, I guess I kept learning new things. So languages come very easy to me. I don't know. What difficulties did you face or maybe still facing living in an English-speaking country? Perhaps you can even talk about some cultural differences. Would you like to learn some other languages? If yes, which one? I would like to learn Spanish, German, and I've always wanted to learn Russian just because of my heritage. But now with the current situation of the world, I'm like, should I even say that? But I still think it's a fascinating language, you know? Cultural differences, hell yeah, like everything from how they speak and how polite they are here compared to how Romanians really are is just shocking. So I definitely had to readjust and get used to being nicer, I guess, because being a Romanian, you're not always nice. So yeah. Question, play Uncharted please. I've been getting questions about Uncharted quite a lot. Uncharted 4 I think you mean, but I will play it, but not at the moment, because obviously I have other plans for my channel, but eventually I'll get to it. I like to ask what makes you decide to become a YouTuber. Actually being a stay-at-home mom, and ever since I was a teenager I wanted to become one. I just didn't have the means to do it in terms of, come over here, in terms of like camera and, you know, buying equipment for that. So I started in 2016 by streaming on Twitch, and then I stopped, but I gained quite a lot of traction just in 2 months. I think I had almost 1,000 subscribers in 2 months, which isn't bad, and I made money, so more money I think that I've ever made from YouTube anyway. How are you and your family doing? I think we're okay. I mean, nothing interesting. It's a great question and a good question, and thank you for asking. Nobody's really asking that sort of questions anymore. But yeah, we're just good, happy. Why did you think to open a YouTube channel, and do you like your work? Another question. Oh yes, so it's the same person that asked me if I have a son, so he continued on there. Why? Because I wanted to have a hobby outside of being just a mom, because I had to be a stay-at-home mom for financial reasons. We couldn't afford childcare, so that just gave me something else to do, and obviously it turned into having a bit of revenue from that. And I don't know how long I'm gonna do it for, but hopefully if people keep supporting the channel, then yeah, I'll do it forever. How do you describe yourself as a person? Introverted, extrovert, and agnostic theist, and positive nihilist, I guess, or nihilism. So yeah, that's me. Google them, because I'm sure if you're not speaking English, you probably won't know what they mean. Do you think universals exist as real and distinct entities, or only as mental constructs? Do you mean universes? Other universes? Yes, of course. I think, because it's infinite, or so they say. It has an end, the universe, but I don't know. It's a very good question. I think definitely there's more stuff out there than we know, and I think maybe in the upcoming 100 to 200 years we're gonna see more of that. So probably even different life form, should I say. How much do you earn from YouTube? Which YouTuber you want to collab when you reach the top? I honestly, I don't want to collab with anybody per se, just because like I said, I'm an introverted extrovert, so it just exhausts me, human interactions, really. But I am friendly, and I talk a lot and I socialize, so when I am in situations where I have to, but I don't want to collab with anybody. And how much did I earn? Well, I think I made a total last year of not even just from YouTube. I think it was YouTube, Patreon combined, £1,000. So you can imagine it's like less than 60 quid a month, so not much. But that's why I appreciate you guys continuing to help my channel out by becoming a member, by becoming a patron, and obviously watching my videos for like 30 seconds. It definitely boosts my revenue, and I know some of you guys already do that, so yeah, just want to say thank you for that. Where in Romania are you from? I think you're at the border with Ukraine or something, since you mentioned your parents or something. Just out of curiosity, because I don't live that far off. I'm from Bihor, around 40 kilometers from Hungary, around 90 from Ukraine. I actually am from Timișoara. My nan was from Cluj, well actually Turda. But I'm from Timișoara, which is quite far from the border with Ukraine. It's in the west side of the country. I love my city. I will always, if I had a choice, I would always go back there at some point. But so far I just made up my mind that I'm gonna stay in the UK forever. How many languages do you speak? I think I had a similar question. I don't, just Romanian and English. I understand a bit of German, and I understand a bit more of Spanish, shall I say, but that's about it. Here's a question, though it's more of a YouTube question than a channel or a personal one. A few videos back, you mentioned that it helps you if people watch 30-second advertisements. Does this apply to shorter ads? Yada yada yada. You guys can't read it because I read it beforehand. Just wondering if the 7 and 15 seconds ads help you as well. Okay, so for you get paid regardless. I think for the ads that you can't skip, but the ones that you can skip, I don't think you get paid any unless the viewer actually watches at least 30 seconds. So that's my understanding, but they change it quite frequently, so I don't know for sure, but that's what I saw. And the fact that some of you guys told me that you actually watch my ads now, that I mentioned it in some videos ago, it definitely increased my revenue. So again, thank you. Have you ever thought of doing a series of the Getaway games? Don't know what they are, never thought of doing them, but I'll definitely consider it. I'll just need to check them out first. Are you planning to play story-based games like The Walking Dead and Life is Strange? I actually want to get into The Walking Dead and Life is Strange, but I don't know if it's going to do well on my channel. Again, it always comes down to that, because when you're on a high, then YouTube promotes your videos more and more every time, but when you start declining, your algorithm kind of changes, so YouTube is not promoting your videos anymore. So that's why you always have to keep on top of it. So I might, it depends. Again, bless ya. Which GTA protagonist would you have a one-night stand with, and which one would you marry? Well, I'm in a relationship, so I'm quite happy. If I have to answer, gun to my head, I would not have a one-night stand with anybody. I am not that type. Never have been, never will be. I just don't understand them, really. Coming from a female perspective, you don't get much from that, I believe, because you have to like get to know each other and all that, you know what I mean. And if I would have to marry somebody, it would definitely be Nico. For sure. I think he's the most reliable one out of all of them, and as much as he's borderline a psychopath, but I don't think he's as bad as Trevor. So Trevor would kill me. I don't think Nico would, because he has morals, you know what I mean? Will you show God of War to Atreus when he's older and tell him the origin of his name? Oh yeah. I mean, he already knows. He has like Atreus toys and plushies and, you know, stuff like that. So he already knows Atreus is something, you know, bigger than him anyway. I would like to know if you can continue to play GTA, particularly the DLCs. Well, yes. I actually, when we came down for a walk, they just sent me the copy of the disc. So as soon as I get the chance, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna start recording it. Yay! What was your first console you got? I think I said this before. I grew up poor. My parents couldn't afford to put food on the table, let alone buy me stuff. So the first console that I got, it was with my own money, was in 2016, and it was a PlayStation 4. But before that, they obviously got me games, like video games for the TV. But it was like, you know, Chinese copies where you could play Mario on them, of, you know, copies of Nintendo and stuff like that. But yeah, first one, PS4. Have you ever thought about visiting the United States? I have, but it's definitely not top 5 on my list. I'm just afraid of all the guns and the gun violence there, and I just think when I go there, I know it's a bad reputation probably that people gave the US, but I just think when I go there, it's gonna be a mass shooting, and coincidentally, I'll be there and I'll die, you know what I mean? So, because you just hear so much of that at the moment. So no, it's not my top 5, but eventually maybe I'll go to Disneyland one day, hopefully. Favorite game you have played on your channel? Community wise, definitely GTA. But I think in terms of gameplay, it's gotta be between Bloodborne and The Witcher 3. Oh, almost broke my neck. If you'll ever quit YouTube to focus on work and family, would you ever come back to upload videos again? I am working at the moment part-time, so I still try to upload, and obviously I am on top of it at the moment, but I just, if I quit, I don't think I'll come back, that's for sure. Would you consider reacting to anime? I've seen a lot of requests for me to react to stuff, but
Mommy, I did it.
you did it. But it's not very good in terms of like, yes, you probably bring a lot of views in, but like every video is gonna get copy strike, and like the revenue that I have at the moment is minimal, below 100 quid a month, which is still good considering I started from zero. You know, I'm not complaining about that, but like to have that cut off from me, I won't have anything. And because it's copy striked, then it's restricted sometimes. So I've seen channels decline because of it. So I think I'm just gonna do gaming based content. If I want to do another channel like reacting, I might start another channel. Does that make sense? I feel like I said it wrong. Your first video game and which age you get your hands on your first video game? Well, as I said, I didn't have a console until I was very, very old, 2016. But the first one that I remember, it was this Jungle Book game. I can't remember what was it called, but it was one of those Chinese consoles, and like other than that, obviously it had to be Mario and tanks, and you know, everybody that played them knows. So yeah, I guess that was. And for my PlayStation 4, the first game that I got, I think it was The Last of Us. Yeah, I think it was. Are you open to playing Max Payne games before the remasters comes out? I never played the Max Payne games that I remember, obviously. But yeah, why not? Are you wanting to have another child? No. You know, when people talk about that craving of having a baby as a woman, Atreus wasn't planned, by the way, just to preface by saying that. But I do have a craving to have another baby, but I don't want to go through the whole process. Sleepless nights, you know, weaning is just changing nappies. I'm just not very keen on that. So, and I'm starting to get my life back and don't want to, because it just sets you back. That's the hardship of it, and you know, the truth in the end for a woman, it just sets you back, you know, career wise and everything else. So my answer for that question is no, but it might change. I don't know, you know, you can't say these things. How tall are you? I am 5'7". That's 170 centimeters, I think, something like that. Would you rather live or die? And then this comment had a reply, is there a reference to Nico? If so, it's do you want to live or die? And of course I don't want to die. That's why I think we need to get going, Atreus, because I don't want a serial killer to get us here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I was very lucky in which I didn't encounter anybody on the trail, thankfully. So I'll just head back now. Thanks for watching, and again, thanks to my Patreons and thanks to my members. I always love you for supporting me. So yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.